Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma. Bando mohe savadana mate. Bando mohe savadana mate. Jahara prasade bai e bhavatoriya jai. Jahara prasade bai e bhavatoriya jai. Krishna prapti haya haite. Krishna prapti haya haite. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitete Koriya Aikya. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitete Koriya Aikya. Arana kariya mane asha. Arana kariya mane asha. Shri Guru Charana Rati Aise Uttama Gati. Shri Guru Charana Rati Aise Uttama Gati. Ye prasade pure sarva asha. Ye prasade pure sarva asha. Chakudana diloje janme janme Prabhu se. Chakudana diloje janme janme Prabhu se. Divya Gyan Hriday Prakashito. Divya Gyan Hriday Prakashito. Prema bhaktiya hoite avidya vinasha jate. Prema bhakti yaha hoite avidya vinasha jate. Vedegaya haracharito. Vedegaya haracharito. Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adamaja Narabandhu. Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adamaja Narabandhu. Lokanath Lokara Jivana. Lokanath Lokara Jivana. Ha ha Prabhu kara daya. Deho more pada chaya. Ha ha Prabhu kara daya. Deho more pada chaya. Begat Kushukri Bhuvana. Srila Prabhupada Patita Pavana. Srila Prabhupada Patita Pavana. Srila Prabhupada Patita Pavana. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Caitanya Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Give me the drum. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everyone, clap, clap, clap. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Nitai Gaura Premananda. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajikacharya Ashtota Rasat Shri Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajikacharya Ashtota Rasat Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद के श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपा गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय श्री वृंदावन धाम की जय श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय श्री नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की जय सामवेद भक्त वृंद की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna to one and all. A very warm welcome to today's Sunday Love Feast program, and a very big thank you for attending today's program. And for those of you that are here for the very first time, a very, very warm and special welcome to you. I just have a quick announcement to make before I introduce our speaker for today. The Bhaktivedanta College of Education and Culture is having children's classes at the college room every Sunday from 11:30 to 1 o'clock. So we humbly request parents that have children from the age of 6 to 14 to please get your children to attend these classes. These classes are very knowledgeable for them. It teaches them about scripture and our basic Krishna consciousness. So if there are kids here or parents that are interested, it's at the college room from 11:30 to 1. So it is now my honor and privilege to introduce to you our speaker for today, His Grace Raghunath Bhatta Prabhu. Prabhu is a disciple of His Holiness Giriraj Swami. He is a resident at the Sri Sri Radharadhanath Temple, and he serves as a teacher at the Bhaktivedanta College of Education and Culture. He has a deep passion for Harinam and book distribution, but he is also very versed in Vedic scripture. He is an active preacher and an inspiration to all of us. And I'm sure many of us know Prabhu for his amazing energy in kirtans and his deep love and enthusiasm for Krishna consciousness. A humble request for everybody to please switch off cell phones or change them to silent mode. And I now hand you over to His Grace Raghunath Bhatta Prabhu.
We'll just chant for a few minutes. Veerabhadra was disappointed he had to end, but yeah, so we'll just chant the Hare Krishna mantra for a few minutes and then we could speak a little bit. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunnavari Paschatya Desatarine. Jaya Sri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Pravijacharya Storu Shishyamat His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Pravijacharya Storu Shishyamat His Divine Grace Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada ki. Anantikoti Vaishnavrinda ki. Naam Acharya Slaridas Thakur ki. Prem se kaho Sri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrindi ki jai. Sri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shyam Kun Radhikun Giri Gaur Pradhan ki. Vrindavan Navdeep Dham ki. Gangamai Jamunamai ki. Bhakti Devi Tulasi Devi ki. Samaveta Bhakta Vrindi ki. Nitai Gaur Premanande. All glories to the assembled devotee. All glories to the assembled devotee. All glories to the assembled devotee. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So Hare Krishna to everybody. So we're going to be reading from, or speaking from, doing both, from the teachings of Lord Caitanya. I've been asked to speak on the prologue. So the prologue is, do you know what's a prologue? It's like a separate introductory section of some book that comes before the main narrative. In many books you find there's prologue. So prologues are commonly used in books, plays, and other literary works like that. Particularly fiction. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, writes this prologue, and this account actually originally appeared in the he entitled it Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu, His Life and Precepts, August 20th, 1896. And this book was actually sent to the West. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, when he wrote these books, he sent it to the West so people could take to spiritual life. And I think about 12 days later, Srila Prabhupada was born in Calcutta in 1896. So that's very significant. But the first, and it's talking about Lord Caitanya, it's a timeline, that's the word that you'll use now, right? I don't know, I'm a little outdated about this. But the timeline. Discussing Lord Chaitanya's activities from the time of birth till the time of disappearance, from appearance and disappearance. But the first understanding we should have is about Lord Caitanya himself. Sometimes people think that Lord Caitanya is the original, and sometimes people think that Radha and Krishna is the original. So who is the original? Both are original. both are. Anybody else? Who? So there was a conversation which Giriraj Maharaj talks about in his book Watering the Seed, as a conversation with Mr. Roy. And Mr. Roy said that Lord Caitanya is the original, and Radha and Krishna comes from them. And Lord Caitanya is even greater and more beautiful than Radha and Krishna. And he gave the example of a rasagulla. So a rasagulla is made of milk and sugar. Isn't it? It's made of milk and sugar. So Mr. Roy kind of like defeated Achyutananda, and he didn't know what to do. But he went back to Srila Prabhupada and he presented this to Prabhupada, and Srila Prabhupada used the same example. He said, but Radha and Krishna comes first, and when they combine, they become Lord Caitanya. So milk and sugar exists. And when they combine, they become rasagulla. You're making rasagulla today? Not today. Not today, okay. Yeah. So, so then the question was raised, who is greater? And then Srila Prabhupada answers, Radharani is the greatest. Because there was a picture of Krishna kneeling before Radharani, like that. Then there was another picture where Krishna was carrying the shoes of Nanda Maharaj. He said, Nanda Maharaj is the greatest. And then Mother Yashoda, who was with a stick, cowering Krishna with fear. And then Srila Prabhupada concluded, the devotee is the greatest. So Lord Caitanya plays many roles. Sometimes he plays the role of God. Sometimes he plays the role of a devotee. He plays different roles. So the devotee is the greatest, and for our understanding, Lord Caitanya played the role more of a devotee so that we can follow. So the birth, Bhaktivinoda Thakur starts off speaking about the birth of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was born in Nadia in Mayapur, and he gives it was the sunset on the evening on the 23rd Falgun, 1407 Sakabda, corresponding with 18 February 1486. And there were loud chanting of Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. So like this, he appeared, there's many things to say. I have to cut it off because it's a long prologue. And Mahaprabhu was a very beautiful child, and the ladies in the town, they came, they brought presents for him, and then a renowned astrologer came, Pandit Nilambara Chakravarti, and he told that this person, and he's a great person, and he gave him the name Vishwambar. But the ladies, due to his golden complexion, called him Gaurahari. His mother called him Nimai, because on the account that he was born under a neem tree. It's like a slingberry tree, something like that. So we're jumping now to the 5th year. The way Bhakti Vinod Thakur writes is, beautiful as the lad was, everyone heartily loved to see him every day. So this word lad, we don't call Lord Caitanya lad. Because sometimes I heard devotees call, oh, how's the boys doing? Like Gaur Nitai. That's not the correct thing to do. At least in my estimation. The boys, taking the boys for ice cream and things like that. That's more on a very high level, if somebody is on that level. Anyway, just to mention that. So as he was growing up, he went to school and he was learning many things, and the people were coming, the ladies were coming, they were holding him in his arms, and when he was crying, they would chant Hari Bol. They would chant Hari Bol. So Prabhupada, generally did not speak or did not say Hari Bol many times. I don't hear that. He always said Hare Krishna. In most cases, they were. But he said, and in one conversation it's there, Hari Bol is a short form of Hare Krishna. But we don't say now, okay, it's a short form, then we'll chant Hari Bol. That's also not recommended. Okay? Because we follow Lord Caitanya chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. So then, there's the description is given in the prologue of how, there was a Brahmin who visited Jagannath Mishra's house. And he still used the word lad, but as I said, we don't use that. But then, every time the offering was done, it was eaten by Lord Caitanya. Because he's offering it, and Lord Caitanya, he's the Supreme Lord. So in his offering, he's going and having the bhog. He's having it. How's that sound? Nice, huh? It's a very, very intriguing pastime. I remember we discussed it at one home for many, many hours. Maybe like 5, 6, 7 hours or something it went to. And whenever he offered, he tried to cook again. Again he ate it, and the third time he ate it again. So you can read more about that in the Chaitanya Bhagavat. But the Brahman, he lost himself in ecstasy in seeing Lord Chaitanya. And in the Gita it's explained, Patram Pushpam Palam Toyam Yome Bhakti Prayachiti. So like this, if one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, flower, fruit or water, I will accept it. So there again, just by offering, I just want to make this point, that this Brahman was experiencing the symptoms of love of God. And what are the symptoms? Perspiration falling from his face, tears are flowing from his eyes, and trembling. These are the things that he was experiencing. By what? By doing an offering. Just by doing a simple offering. And the Brahman, then he caught hold of the Lord's feet. Now this is not discussed in the prologue. I'm just giving that point, that side point, because it's such an important point that just by offering, you can experience this. He caught hold of the feet of the Lord. And then Krishna speaks. O learned Brahmana, or Gaurasundara speaks, please listen. In many past lives you were my servitor. You have always meditated on me. Therefore I came to show myself to you. In my previous incarnation, I appeared to you in the house of Maharaj Nanda in the self-same form, but you have forgotten. So he's reminding him that in Gokul, in Nanda Maharaj's Gokul, you can still go there, that this Brahman had come and he was making that offering, and this is where he was, in the form of Krishna. But then he advises the Brahman not to disclose his identity to anybody, otherwise he'll kill him. But unfortunately, we are aware of the pastime by the mercy of Vrindavan Das Thakur. So it's known, and this has been revealed, and we can have that same experience. Then there were other pastimes, Sisi Radha Raghunath ki. Then there were other pastimes where stealing Lord Chaitanya's jewels, where some thieves wanted to steal Lord Chaitanya's jewels, and they captured him and they were taking him, and as they were taking him, they landed back to his house. So they realized, oh, and then they got scared and they fled. So that's also described. Now we're moving on to the 8th year. The 8th year, he was admitted in the school of Gangadas Pandit in the village of Mayapur. And he learned Sanskrit grammar. He was learning. Now, as we're going through it, you can see he was living the life of always the Supreme Lord, living the life, ordinarily taking birth and going through the process. Now he's gone to school. And then he is learning Sanskrit grammar. And grammar takes a long time to learn, maybe like 11 to 12 years. And then he learned it in 2 years. So he's just teaching us that in the 10th year, now we're jumping to the 10th year, that he became like proficient in Sanskrit grammar, Nyaya, Smriti, and all the other scriptures. But at that time, his brother Vishwarup left the home and he took sannyas. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was a young boy, Nimai, and he was consoling his parents, because generally when the son leaves, it's not very good. Then people become disturbed, the family members. And the mother was very sorry, but he consoled his mother. Then we move on to the 14th or the 15th year. So this was like a teenage years, and he got married to Lakshmi Devi, the daughter of Vallabhacharya. So he got married, and then at that time, as he was advancing and being a great Sanskrit scholar in Nyaya, in logic, people were afraid of him to confront him on literary discussions. Then he went to acquire wealth, and married life means that, acquiring wealth and living peacefully. So that's what Lord Chaitanya or Nimai was doing. And he ordered at that time, he ordered one devotee, Tapana Mishra, to go to Benares. So during his residence in Bengal, his wife Lakshmi Devi left the body by a snake bite. So this is like, we will have these trials and tribulations we'll go through in our life. And when he returned, he found his mother was mourning, and he consoled her. And he, by giving a talk on the uncertainty of human affairs. So at his mother's request, he got married again to Vishnupriya. Like that. But now he was a great Pandit, and there was some challenge with some discussion with another very great Pandit called Keshava Mishra of Kashmir. And he defeated that Pandit. So he established himself as the most important Pandit at that time. Now we're jumping on to 16 or 17 years. He traveled to Gaya, and this is quite important, that he met his spiritual master, Ishvara Puri, who was a Vaishnava sannyasi and a disciple of Madhavendra Puri. So he took initiation. And this is important for all of us to take initiation. Those who are practicing spiritual life, those who are not so serious also should take cognizance of that and practice spiritual life deeply. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mentions in the Chaitanya Charitamrita that the body of a devotee is never material. It is considered to be transcendental, full of spiritual bliss. At the time of initiation, when a devotee fully surrenders unto the service of Lord Krishna accepts him to be as good as himself. When the devotee's body is thus transformed into spiritual existence, the devotee in that transcendental body renders service to the lotus feet of the Lord. So that's very important. It reminds me of, I was just, earlier on I was hearing, before I came up here, I was hearing one of Prabhupada's disciples. Her name was Rasalila. She's still alive, I think. Her name is Rasalila. And she went to get initiation It was in New Vrindavan. It was a very, it was a cabin, and they had to climb up the stairs, and Prabhupada was seated there, and they would get the name. And it was, there was so much of noise, and she couldn't really hear her name. But she heard her name. She heard, but at that time, there was a flash, something flashed. Because they were studying the Krishna book. And the Krishna book they were reading, and I'll read this. I won't read the first part because it's a bit esoteric, but the second part. As Krishna and the gopis sang and danced, these combined to appear like clouds, thunder, snow, and lightning. Krishna's bodily features appeared just like a group of clouds. The gopis' songs were like thunder. Their beauty appeared to be just like lightning in the sky, and the drops of perspiration visible on their faces appeared like falling snow. How's that description? It's an amazing description. In this way, the gopis and Krishna fully engaged in dancing. So this is in a flash she experienced. Then when she came down, she's trying to find out what her name is. And this is about the Rasa Leela. This is about the gopis in separation. And she had a flash of this. So it's very important to take initiation, to surrender to Krishna. So then he opened a school of nocturnal kirtan in the compound of Srivas Pandit and his sincere followers. So kirtans are at different levels. So when it's very deep, it's done with confidential devotees. And there he preached and he sang and he danced. And he expressed his feelings, his emotions. So, kirtans maybe at different levels. Sometimes people think that, these fellows, what they're doing, they're jumping like madmen. But this is what it is. This is exactly what it is. You must become a madman. So this is what it is all about. So then Nityananda Prabhu joins Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu in preaching Vaishnavism. But this is interesting. The first mandate to Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas was, go, friends, go through the streets of the town, meet every man at his door, and ask him to sing the name of Hari with a holy life, and then come and report to me every evening the result of your preaching. This was the first mandate. Door to door. Going out door to door, preaching the holy name. Yesterday we were in a kirtan. Yesterday was very interesting. We were in a kirtan at the Durban Beach area. And we started and we sang throughout for about 2 hours. With various people. But one place we came, there was a whole group of people. How many people, Veerabhadra, that were standing around? At least maybe a few hundred or so. Few hundred. They were in a circle. They didn't notice it, but there was a bottle in the center, a green bottle. They were looking at the bottle. That's what they were doing. It was a green bottle. But they were all, when they heard this chanting of Hare Krishna, and myself, Pariripaban, we just ran into this crowd, and everybody were in ecstasy. And he was singing beautifully, extremely beautiful. And it just captivated them. Just captivated them. So this is what the order is. So this is what we're meant to do. Go out in the streets and chant. Then these people went, and who they preached to? People like Jagai and Madai. And they became devotees. And they became influenced. We're jumping on to the 23rd year. So in the 23rd year, from this time, the 23rd year, Mahaprabhu preached his principle not only in Nadia, but to important towns around the city. He started moving. And many people were taking to the Sankirtan and Bhakti. And the holy name was sung in various places, streets, bazaars, like that, many, many places. And it created a great sensation, a great feeling. But then, as it is, people do get upset. Even people, if they're chanting Hare Krishna, people also get upset. So they were smarter Brahmins, so they got upset, and then they reported to the Muslim leader. These are Hindus. They're reporting to the Muslim leader to create some politics, some dissension. This also happens. You're quite familiar with that. But this Qazi, he came and broke a mridanga at Srivas' place, Srivas Pandit's house. And this was brought to Mahaprabhu's notice. So Mahaprabhu, he went to the Sankirtan party divided into 14 groups, and he went to his house. And on his arrival at the Qazi's house, he had a long conversation with the Qazi, and in the end communicated into his heart his Vaishnava influence by touching his body. But there's an interesting discussion in that with the Qazi and Caitanya Mahaprabhu, which I don't know whether we could read about it, maybe not. We won't have time to go through it. But it's a very interesting discussion. It gets into the Quran. When I joined, I heard it from Giriraj Swami. He was talking about this, about especially Chand Qazi. And Lord Caitanya convinces him. But when Lord Caitanya went to his home, he was afraid, he hid. He didn't want to really speak. So Lord Caitanya is questioning him, why are you hiding? The etiquette is, why are you so afraid? And you're supposed to receive somebody well, especially a saintly person. So he said, well, I can explain you in private. This was interesting because generally we don't chastise people correct people in public. But we do that in camera or privately. It's done privately. So anyway, but Lord Chaitanya is saying, no, these people, it's okay, you could speak, Then he started speaking and explaining that when he broke that drum, that night he had a dream. And in that dream, Lord Nishingadev came, like tearing his chest, bifurcating, tearing his chest and showing his teeth, sharp teeth. That caused him great fear. So, but it's very interesting, we must go through it separately. But then they get into the discussion of the Quran about killing animals. Lord Chaitanya gets into that discussion with him. And then the Chand Qazi agrees, in the Quran that, the Chand Qazi was saying, but in your scriptures, you're following your scriptures which says not to kill cows, but for us we meant to kill cows. But then, Lord Chaitanya is pointing out that, yes, there's two. There's also, for somebody who's advancing and somebody who's in a lower stage, there's different rules applicable to them. So like this, he was very convinced. And then the way Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes it, the Qazi then wept and admitted that he had felt a keen spiritual influence which had cleared up his doubts and produced in him a religious sentiment which gave him the highest ecstasy. The Qazi then joined the Sankirtan party. The world was astonished at the spiritual power of the great Lord, and hundreds and thousands of heretics converted and joined the banner of Vishvambar after this affair. So like this, Lord Chaitanya is a very soft-hearted, soft-natured boy, and there was no feelings, there was no sectarianism like that. But as time was going, as the world, as I said, there's always people who want to create division, and that's politics. So we are jumping on to the 24th year. So now in the 24th year, I'll read how Bhaktivinoda Thakur said it. He then resolved to be a citizen of the world by cutting off his connection with his particular family, caste, and creed. So then he takes sannyas. He enters the sannyas order. At Katwa, he takes sannyas from Keshava Bharati. His mother, as usual, if somebody takes sannyas, loses the son, was weeping. But then after taking sannyas, he was induced to go to the home of Advaita Acharya in Shantipur. And in Shantipur, Mother Sachi came there. So both pleasure and pain invaded her heart, because she saw her son, a sannyasi, his head shaven, he got his kamandalu, his pot, his water pot, he's got his danda. So he is, like a renunciant. But then again, generally children, the parents are the guru. And the children need to bow down to the parents. Like, we have a devotee called Nishinga Prabhu from Clear State. Every day, he should bow down to his mother, every day. And she lived a very long life, almost 100. So anyway, this is what Lord Chaitanya did. He bowed down to his mother and he said, well, the body is yours. I must obey your orders. Because the body belongs to the mother. The mother gives the body. So Lord Chaitanya is saying, permit me to go to Vrindavan to get my for my spiritual attainments. So the mother consulted the other senior devotees, and they decided that he should go to Puri, because in Puri it's close by, then she will get news of him. So that was the reasoning. So Mahaprabhu agreed with that. So then he went to Puri, and then he met many scholars, many learned people, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. And Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was a great Pandit. And he had a brother-in-law called Gopinath Mishra. And he introduced him to, he introduced Lord Chaitanya to Sarvabhauma. And Sarvabhauma was very attracted to the beauty of Lord Chaitanya, how attractive he was. And there were discussions, there were some hot discussions between Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and Mahaprabhu on the Vedanta Sutras. So, anyway, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya wanted to show how knowledgeable he is. And in showing how knowledgeable he is, he wanted Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to hear. So Mahaprabhu sat for 7 days hearing, for 7 days in silence. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was not saying anything. If you really want to defeat somebody, you just have to remain quiet. Because he'll be speaking, you don't know what to speak after a while. He'll be defeated. So this we can learn from here. So then this was said, Krishna Chaitanya, I think you do not understand the Vedanta, as you do not say anything after hearing my recitation and explanations. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu responds, he said, I understand the sutras very well, but I cannot make anything out of the commentaries given by Sankaracharya. I can't understand it. Astonished, because generally the commentary makes you understand the verse. Because in one sense, the Prabhupada's purport is more important than the verse. Because you won't understand it. But if you read the purport, you can get the essence of everything. So like this, he said, yes, I can understand, the sutras, but I can't understand the commentary. So he was a little bit shocked. So therefore, Mahaprabhu explained all the sutras in his own ways, without touching on the commentary of Sankaracharya. So you could realize that this person, it must be a great person. And then he surrenders. And he surrenders to Lord Chaitanya on that basis. So then, he became a great follower. And then he was traveling around Orissa. Hundreds of people took to the process of Krishna consciousness. many people as he was moving along. And then he meets Ramananda Rai. And Ramananda Rai is a very elevated devotee. He was a government official at Godavari. And they had long discussions. You can read more about it in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. The discussions between Ramananda Rai and Lord Chaitanya. And Bhakti Charamad spoke on it once here. Maybe Radha asked me. I'm a subject to correction. But he spoke on it. Right from the top, taking you to the highest point of the Ras Leela. Where Lord Krishna danced with the gopis. And then he had discussions with different people, Venkata Bhatta, Gopal Bhatta, like that, different people. And then they all came to Vrindavan. These people all came to Vrindavan. I don't know whether Ramananda Rai, I don't think so. But the others, the 6 Goswamis, like that. So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu traveled far and wide. Then he went to Pandharpur. And there he spiritualized one devotee called Tukaram. And Tukaram, who was Prabhupada mentions him in the Madhya Leela, chapter 9, text 282. He mentions him. He talks about Tukaram. And Tukaram was a great singer. And he also was doing Sankirtan, chanting Hare Krishna, Hari Nams. He was doing like that. It's mentioned there. You can read that purport. And he had many writings, poetry called Abhangas. That's what it was called. And Tukaram was a devotee of Vitala. Vitala, who's a 2-arm form of Narayan. So Tukaram, is very well known in Maharashtra. And when the time came to leave this world, Tukaram, he was initiated by Lord Chaitanya. We stressed on it earlier on. And then when the time came to go back to Godhead, he had a lot of challenges with his wife also. Anyway, no disrespect, but anyway, it's not easy. But he had a lot of challenges. And the airplane comes in the same body, takes Tukaram back to the spiritual world. In the same body. How's that sound? It's amazing. Quite amazing. And when we were in Namibia, myself, this devotee here, Krishna Caitanya, we sat on the bed. We didn't have a place to sit. We sat on the bed. We got that thing opened, our computer, and we were watching this. Emotional. We were like emotional. We were watching this. Panduranga. You can Google it. You can pick it up and watch it. It's very beautiful. This is Tukaram. And it's mentioned here in the in this prologue. Bhaktivinoda Thakur mentions it, which is very significant. Then now we're jumping on to the 27th year. Then many people were joining, like King Prataparudra, several Brahmins, they joined Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then came the 28th year, he went to Bengal. And there he met the most important people, you would say in our line, Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami. And there he meets Rupa and Sanatan, and they were degraded, and they were joined Muslim people, and they somewhat followed their principles to some degree. But then, and they changed the name to Dabir Kash and Sakra Malik. They knew Persian language, they knew Arabic, they knew Sanskrit. They were loyal servants to the state. But they didn't want to, they wanted to follow their own culture. So they had written to Mahaprabhu who wanted to help them. So therefore, he meets them. He said he will come and take them out from this situation. So then he ordered Mahaprabhu ordered Rupa Goswami to go to Vrindavan. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu returned to Puri through Shantipur, where he again met his dear mother. So after a short stay at Puri, he left for Vrindavan. So again, then Rupa Goswami met Lord Chaitanya at Allahabad. That was mentioned also in the prologue. And, the instruction was given that they should become, very deep and pure devotees. The mission was to write their theological works explaining bhakti, and the second mission was to revive the places in Vrindavan, which they did. So that's how Rupa Goswami was gone to Vrindavan. There's much to say, but I'll just skip it. Then meeting Prakashananda Saraswati, and he also surrendered. Now we're moving on to the 48th year. So the 48th year, Mahaprabhu, I still got time. So Mahaprabhu continually lived in Puri in the house of Kashi Mishra until his disappearance in the 48th year at the time of Sankirtan in the temple of Toto Gopinath. So during these 18 years, his life was one of settled love. So here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has various deep emotional experiences, chanting Hare Krishna, separation, so many things can be discussed, but these are all more discussed in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. And then there were also Swarup Damodar there, who also was very close to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he was like the editor, you could say. And he could edit everything. If anything written about, spiritual life, it would have to pass him. No production would be done without, especially in printing some literature on Vaishnavism. So both Ramananda Rai and Swarup Damodar, you can read about them. They're very deep devotees. And now we are moving on. So yes, in the Gambhira, he experiences these emotional sentiments, crying, tears flowing from his eyes, his body elongated. There's so many different experiences. And we can also have the same experiences as I have gone through the timeline of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from the birth to his disappearance at Toto Gopinath. But in all of this, going back to Godhead, there's one very important ingredient in spiritual life, and that is humility. What's the meaning? What's the definition of humility? Not expecting to be honored by others. Humility. Humility can also mean being truthful. It doesn't mean if somebody is saying something that's not correct and you leave the person and you say, because to exercise my, I'm very humble, I don't want to. No, it's not like that. You have to tell the truth. Like I worked in the government service myself with a lady who was correcting us for every turn we take, or every breath we take, I don't know, whichever the one was. But she would correct us and scold us, and she was a huge lady. She was a colored lady. But I really appreciated her she never had any malice. She would still come and talk to you the next minute like nothing happened. So we didn't really we didn't get upset. I mean, that's a good way of doing things, I think. Be honest. And she's very honest and open. And she still sticks by what she said. And most of the time she was right. But when she left the world, so I had to go for a funeral. And I was telling it was in the church. And I was giving the talk. They asked me to speak about her. And I was speaking about her. And I was saying that this lady was humble. And there were many educationists and inspectors and a school teacher who was present, who taught her, was there. So in the end, he said to me, really what you said was so true about her. Because from childhood, she was like that. Very good quality. So we need, to develop these qualities. And when we enter into the mood of humility, then we can access Krishna consciousness. In Lochan Das Thakur's Caitanya Mangala, he gives a description of when Mahaprabhu was having some, blissful times. And suddenly a Brahman named Vanmali, he appeared. And he appeared. So the Brahman, in his choked voice, and to himself, he's saying, I became poor and lost my purity. So I have come here seeking the Lord's help. I'm sure that Vishrambar is none other than God himself. By seeing him, the abode of all transcendental knowledge, my heart is pacified and I have attained perfection. So this is telling to himself, just by seeing Lord Caitanya. And he was drinking this nectar. So Lord Caitanya, who's Krishna himself, he was looking very compassionately to this Brahman and his son. There were two people. And then they entered into some chanting and dancing, ecstasy. So they got this treasure of Krishna Prem from Lord Caitanya. And then they went into this mood of ecstasy. You cannot, jump like this for hours on end if you're not feeling something. Can you do this? I'm asking the question. It's done? Is it? Shakshi Gopal? Can you do this for hours? There's some feeling. So there's some feeling, even on a lower level. So they danced in ecstasy, and their suffering disappeared. Because Lord Gauranga is the ocean of mercy and the best friend of the poor. He's your best friend. So they came the next day. And then they danced exuberantly in the midst of the Sankirtan party. They were just dancing, they lost themselves. And Lord Caitanya, he became a beautiful young boy, his body in the form of the color of a monsoon cloud. So his body transformed from Lord Caitanya to Krishna. Very beautiful. And the Lord was here, they can see, they're seeing everything. By his mercy, was using his bright yellow dhoti, his peacock feather, and his flute. And all of Lord Chaitanya's followers took the form of cowherd boys of Vraja. So they became cowherd boys. All Lord Chaitanya's followers became cowherd boys of Vraja. And they also saw Radha and Krishna in the topmost pleasure groves of Sri Vrindavan Dham. They saw Giriraj, they saw the Jamuna river, Madhuvan, Mahavan, all this. They saw the cows, the gopas, the gopis, the trees. They were seeing it just by seeing Lord Caitanya. So they got, little in ecstasy. So the Brahman, he hiked up his dhoti. Sometimes we normally pick up our dhoti and he's shouting, Krishna, Krishna. And Mahaprabhu stopped him, stopped his captivating dance, and then he restrained the Brahman because he was playing the role of a devotee. So he's playing the role of a devotee, and then he restrained him. So by the mercy of Lord Caitanya, you can enter into these pastimes of Lord Krishna. Otherwise not possible. But the qualification is there must be some level of humility. That we must try to practice. We have in our movement, we have many great devotees. The other day I was listening to a devotee called Gaur Govinda Swami. Very advanced, at least in my estimation. Very, very advanced devotee. Was such a great devotee. Just by hearing him, You know, he was talking about duplicitous behavior. Duplicity. It's not good for advancement in Krishna consciousness. And we should not be duplicitous. If we have something to tell about somebody, then tell it. Tell the person, this is what I feel about you. And discuss it, and that's important. So like this, we can enter into these pastimes simply by getting the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. So it's 12:26. I can take a few questions. I will stop at this point. Any questions or comments? I think my timing was okay for explaining it. It was okay. I jumped through a lot. We couldn't discuss everything in the prologue. But it's very interesting how from birth to disappearance, how nicely Bhaktivinoda Thakur, described it. So you can all read it and dive more deeply into it. Any comments or questions? Yes. Can you give him the microphone? Microphone for him. No, I can't hear you. So otherwise, the audience also, the live people will also want to hear you. Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Put it on. You know how to put it on? Yeah. It's on.
Hare Krishna. Just the point you were making, I think you were talking a lot about people from an Islamic background, and we call them Muslim. And then you mentioned about the Smarta Brahmanas. There's two words. In Afrikaans, you say Muslim and smart. So many years ago, I was working with some people from Malaysia. And coincidentally, this month of Ramadan, they don't call it Ramadan. Anybody knows what they call it? Hari Raya. So I think somehow Muslims have the understanding that the word Hari is also in their culture. That's all I wanted to say.
Thank you for that. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else? Thank you for sharing that. Yes. Yeah, anybody else? Okay. So we're going to have Kirtan, I think. Huh? Announcements first. Okay. But I just thought of sharing one thing. Once we were giving a talk we were doing an introduction to the Bhagavad Gita, explaining the 18 chapters in the whole day, from morning till the evening. But one girl who came was a Muslim, who came for it. And she practiced, she took it very seriously. She became a devotee. And she was practicing, but somehow I knew that, at some point we'll have to tell her to practice Islam. And as she was having some challenges, she met me in the beach area. We had a discussion. She made an appointment to meet. So we had a discussion, and I told her, Sisi Raghunath ki. So I told her to go back to her teaching, what she was following earlier on, to practice Islam, and she did. But no loss in Krishna consciousness. But within, as Lord Chaitanya was explaining the point, within the Quran, she will find, some part of that scripture to take her deeper into spiritual life. So like that, yeah. So we'll stop here. Srila Prabhupada ki. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki. Tago Premanande. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. A huge round of applause for His Grace Raghunath Bhatta Prabhu. There's books available if anybody would like books of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Don't feel shy, don't start fighting. Hari Hari Bol, huge round of applause for them. Thank you, Prabhu, for your very inspiring and informative class. Very valuable lessons that each and every one of us will take home with us. I just have a few announcements to make. So we are 2 weeks away from our Rath Yatra, our annual Rath Yatra, and we're having this Rath Yatra after 4 years. We're having a 4-day festival. Hari Hari Bol! So there's a lot of excitement, a lot of planning, a lot of preparations that are being taking place, and we request each and everybody's assistance. Putting up a big 4-day program like this is not easy, so we require each and every one of you here to please assist us and pass the word around as well to family and friends to come and join us over the Rath Yatra weekend. That is the 29th of March to the 1st of April. It is at North Beach at the Bay of Plenty. So you can connect with our Rath Yatra team and find out how you can be of service to their lordships, Lord Raghunath, Lord Baladev, and Lady Subhadra. There's plenty of service opportunities to be engaged in over this wonderful festival over the Easter weekend. The Bhaktivedanta College of Education and Culture classes for children and adults have started. If you are interested in any of the classes, you will find a table at the front with the prospectus available. You can please take a copy home, have a look at it, and register for one of these classes. The Sunday Love Feast has been prepared by the ISKCON youth team, led by His Grace Ananta Krishna Prabhu and the team of the youth and the youthful. So a huge round of applause to the youth. If you would like to assist with prasad serving or with the sponsors towards the cost of these feasts, you can please connect with His Grace Doyal Caitanya Prabhu, and he will assist you all and tell you all how you all can help. Prasad is normally served at 1 and quarter to 2 at the white marquee. However, today there is a slight delay with prasad. Prasad will be ready at around 20 past 1. So we're just making this announcement because we don't want you all to go down and be waiting. So you all can partake in the kirtan for as long as possible, as prasad will only be available and ready at around 20 past 1. The week ahead, some information for the week ahead. On Wednesday, the 20th of March, it's Ekadasi. So please fast from all grains, beans, and legumes for your Ekadasi Vrat. Thursday, the 21st of March, is Sri Madhavendra Puri's disappearance anniversary. Look out for our Sri Gaur Purnima festival updates on our social media platforms. There are lots happening, and you can see how best you can engage in this wonderful service. Special Caitanya Charitamrita sets and smaller book packs, especially for Sri Gaur Purnima, are currently on sale. You can connect with our book office team and the front foyer. And a final announcement, the Sankirtan book office team has a special announcement to make. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, our goal for Gaur Purnima was the distribution of 5 sets of Sri Caitanya Charitamrita. We are excited to inform you that 3 sets have been distributed. Hari Hari Bol. For the pleasure of Lord Caitanya, please can you assist in distributing the 2 sets of Caitanya Charitamrita that we have at the Sri Sri Radharanath temple, and we want to achieve this goal. So payment plans are available. You can contact the Sankirtan book office team for that. Thank you very much for attending today's Sunday Love Feast program, and we look forward to seeing everybody next week. Safe travels back home. Hare Krishna. We will now have Aarti and Kirtan. Hari Bol.
Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasyacha Deshatarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadada Shri Vasadi Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadada Shri Vasadi Gora. Jaya Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadada Shri Vasadi Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadada Shri Vasadi Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Caitanya Jaya Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadada Shri Vasadi Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Everybody.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Everybody, clap your hands.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Clap your hands, keep clapping. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Everybody.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Everybody, clap your hands.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Everybody, chant the holy name.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Everybody, clap your hands. Faster. Everybody. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Everybody, clap louder. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Everybody, clap your hands. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Everybody.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna.
Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Loudly, everybody.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Oh, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Faster. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, hey. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Everybody, clap your hands. Go. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Everybody.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Everybody.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada.
Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada.
Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada.
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada.
Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Prabhupada.
Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada.
Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Itai Go Premanande, Ribo.
Namaste Narasringaya, Prahlada Daenge, Hiranyakashipur Vakshaka, Silantangana Kalae, Nrsinga, Bharato Nrsinga. Yato, yato, yamitato Nrsinga. Bahe Nrsinga, Ridaye Nrsinga. Bahe Nrsinga, Ridaye Nrsinga. Nara Nrsinga, Madim Charanam Prapade. Nara Nrsinga, Madim Charanam Prapade. Kavakara Kamalabari Nakama Buddha Shringa Dalita Iranya Kashipu Tanu Bringa Keshabadeta Narahari Upa Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare. Jai Jagadish Hare, Jai Jagadish Hare, Jai Jagadish Hare, Jaya Nrsingadev, 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 Jaya Nrsingadev. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Ko Haribo, 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 Ko Haribo. Nrsinga Bhagavan Ke, Prahlad Maharaj Ke, Srila Prabhupada Ke, Nitai Gaura Premanande. Mahaprasadam, potatoes, chutney.